Wants to advance in your career, build stronger team, and lead with confidence? The answer is simple. Give better feedback. But let's be honest, giving feedback can be hard, especially when we need to say something difficult to a top performer. We really appreciate having you on a team, but working with you has been challenging. I kept easing tension with the team after your interactions, and it's becoming a problem. One reason? Most of us never had a great role models for feedback. Corporate trainings are often full of jargon and theories, or simply boring. You probably used one of those trainings to catch up on your overflowing inbox. Even if the training was useful, turning knowledge into action is another challenge. Why giving feedback feels hard and how to fix it? We all have been there when you need to tell an employee that they need to improve, but you don't want to demotivate them. You hesitate to schedule one-on-one meetings because they may feel like this is a performance review. So you hold back your feedback because you assume that they will take it personally. The problem? Most people associate feedback with criticism rather than a tool for growth, because many of us grew up in an environment where being corrected equals being punished. Back to horrifying school memories. Meanwhile, employees rarely ask for feedback because they expect it to be negatives, and managers avoid difficult conversations until it's too late. What helps? We need to shift our mindset. Feedback isn't about pointing out flaws. It's about empowerment and supporting employee growth. The best feedback that I ever come across was tactful and constructive, balanced between positive and areas of improvements, focused on behaviors and not personality, and delivered with respect and a clear plan for the future. How to prepare for one-on-one meetings? Number 1, schedule them regularly. Put them on a calendar at least once a month so they become a normal part of your work culture. When feedback is expected, it is less stressful. Number 2, create a safe space. Set up meetings in a private settings, not on a hallway or by the printer on a corridor. If you're working remote, ensure that both people have a restriction-free environment. Number 3, take time for a deeper discussions. 1-hour meetings are ideal. Number 4, encourage employees to give you feedback. Ask, what can I do differently to support you? This builds up trust and makes employees safe to open up. How to give feedback without tension? Number 1, focus on behavior, not personality. Compare. You are unreliable and always late versus we agreed to start meetings at 10 a.m. You join at 10:07. This happened last week as well. Can we talk about how to fix it? Number 2, describe the impact of their actions. Compare. You are careless versus when the report was submitted late, the whole team had to scramble to meet the deadline. Number 3, use I statement to express your feelings only if that is necessary. It's not always. Compare. You made me look bad in front of the client versus I felt embarrassed in the client meeting because I wasn't prepared for the meeting data. Number 4, always ask for their perspective. I noticed that this happened. What is going on from your side? It opens the door for honest conversation and not problem solving. Number 5, ask how you can improve too. What can I do differently to make sure that we work together better? Managing is not only about telling, it is also about listening and adapting. How to receive feedback without stress? Being open to feedback is just as important as giving it. You can use the following strategies. Stay calm and engage. It helps to remember that feedback is about your actions and not who you are as a person. Number 2, also listen without reacting. If feedback feels unfair, write down clarifying questions rather than getting defensive. For example, feedback. Your report had a few errors. Please double check the data next time. You can reply, "Thank you for pointing this out. I will review it to make sure it's accurate next time." If you don't agree, could you clarify which parts were incorrect? I want to understand where I went wrong so I can improve. Offensive. Well, I was in a rush and nobody gives me time to check everything. It does feel like a child complaining, isn't it? Versus, I see, were there specific areas that stood out the most? This way, I can prioritize what to focus next time. During the feedback, take notes instead of relying on memory and break them into actionable steps. Ask your evaluator, manager, or a mentor, if I can focus just on one improvement, what should it be? When is it time to fire someone? Not every feedback conversation leads to improvements. But here you would need to consult your HR and local labor law. If the employee consistently negatively impacts the team, here is a mindset that helps me. Ask yourself, would I hire this person today for this role? If the answer is no, you have already made the decision. Number 2, imagine them quitting. How do you feel? If you feel relieved, that is your confirmation. For serious violations like theft, harassment, etc., there is no second chance. Your job as a manager is to create a work environment where everyone strives, including yourself. If managing someone drains your energy constantly, you have responsibility to act. Your role as a leader isn't just to manage people, it's to help them grow. Ask better questions instead of just giving answers. Give honest and constructive feedback. Set up regular one-on-ones. Foster a culture of open communication. And when necessary, make tough decisions without guilt. Because when the feedback is done right, everyone wins. Share your thoughts and experience in the comments.